we got them in the house.
We heard you.
Okay. We live. So we getting everything worked out. So if you hear us, if you won't hear, we're going to let some folks get into the chat room. So we getting everything worked out on our end. So, yeah. So everybody on? So, as y'all know, I don't have my clap still because I haven't been able to repair that. But are we sounding good on the chat, K-Bone?
I know you sound good. I didn't make sure everybody else coming through.
Okay, you should be. Y'all should be coming through. Once you give it the okay, we go ahead and start.
Yeah, we sound good. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topic discussion. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet Eye Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. What it say? Live and level, live and level. We on that MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy, Levelhead, back with another Live and Level Gamers podcast. I got the crew in the building. What's up, people?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, K-Bone?
Hey, what it do?
We are back, we are live, and we are ready to go. We have a show prepared for you. If you are in the live chat and you hear me talking right now, I want to hear some ones put up in the chat room. If we clear, if we sounding good, let me know. I want to know if you can hear me good. So put a one in the chat if we coming through loud and clear. Put a 2 if we need to improve. We only have 2 people there right now anyway, so but go ahead and do that. Put a 1 up if we sounding good, a 2 if we ain't sounding good enough. But anyway, man, we are back. We have the show ready to go. I got the crew on hand. The fellas are here. What's good with y'all?
Man, life. Family.
Yeah. Life,
funny.
church, family, kids, wife, all that. Did y'all get a chance to check out that State of Play today?
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we
I
might
got
talk
you.
about
I
a
watched
little
the
bit
whole
of that. We might check. I didn't get to check all of it out, so y'all gonna have to fill me in.
It won't be a long conversation.
Okay, did y'all get to check out that Oled Nintendo Switch?
Boy, you need that fresh,
that hotness,
feel it.
that hotness, that new heat that unhit the streets.
Oh, y'all better watch
with
out now.
major feats. Them graphics on that LO. Them graphics on that The OLED screen, that graphics anyway. Let me stop.
Yeah, y'all better watch out now.
Coming into 2010, like what?
Yeah. Oh, there shall be some truth preached on this show tonight. Anyway, before we get into what you've been gaming on, have anyone y'all seen the Loki episodes? And I want to get your thoughts on this last one, man. That's a little trippers.
I saw it. I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Keith. I'm with you on that. We gotta rewatch it.
I likes it, man. They put a lot of Easter eggs in this one. If you, I'm gonna have to send it to you guys. That's a guy I kind of follow that kind of covers a lot of the Easter eggs, and they put a truckload of Easter eggs in this one, man. Even like the Thanos copter.
Yeah,
they got me with that one. They just slid that on in there.
It's so much. I watched the video on that, and I was gonna send it to y'all, but I wasn't for sure if it would spoil it, so I just held back.
Man, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. There's some things about this Loki and his character, which is kind of different than what I would expect from the mainline Loki, but I'm fine. I like the direction they're taking this show, and I like what they're doing with it. So I don't have too much to complain about.
Okay, all right. Well, without wasting more time, let's go ahead and get into this. What you've been gaming on? So let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is. Put your hands together. For what have you been gaming on? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Y'all better feel it on this, cause when I get to going, it ain't gonna be no fun. What you been gaming on? Gaming on? Gaming on? No fun. Gaming on? Alright, now I don't have my claps and stuff set up. I'm going to have that right next week. But anyway, so Mr. Norris, since you jumped on late last time and didn't get a chance to really get it out like you wanted to, what have you been gaming on thus far this week?
Well, I went ahead and rebooted Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC. I also have it on the PlayStation.
You did now.
Yeah, we had a few conversations, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm quiet. I'm trying to let them go to sleep, but
no, you good.
Yeah, I rebooted, Horizon, and I was doing a few missions today while I was working from home, and trying to get my settings right and HDR and all that other good stuff. Beautiful game. I'm gonna give it a real shot. I remember, when this came out, and I think it came out before Zelda. And I remember those two games were being compared, and you know what? It's time for me to actually put my money where my mouth is and actually give it a fair shake. And that's what I've been gaming on. I played a little bit of Need for Speed. What is it? Let me look at it and see which one it is.
Which one?
It's Need for Speed. How do you spell Need for Speed? I'm playing. Because they wasn't in my ends for some reason. That's weird. Maybe it's something. But it's one of the Need for Speeds for PC. What's the thing? The EA thing, EA Play or something like that.
EA Play.
Was it Hot Pursuit? It might have been Hot Pursuit. I don't remember it being Hot Pursuit. Oh, that's on Game Pass or whatever. It is Need for Speed. It's not on my list. But it was one of the Need for Speeds I was playing. It's ugly. I'm not even gonna lie. After playing Forza Horizon for a good minute, like I can't look at that game.
Fire.
I'm just gonna come straight out. It's an ugly game. Was not feeling. I think
that's probably the Need for Speed that I stopped playing.
That's what I was talking about last week, Keith.
Is it Heat?
It might be Heat. It might be Heat.
Yeah, I think
with the storyline.
Yeah, with the storyline. Yeah, I played it for about a couple of hours, and I said, "This is trash." No, it's not the Paradise one level. It's this Need for Speed Heat. It has a storyline to it. It is trash.
Man, I was like, I couldn't go back to those arcade controls. I was like, nah, this ain't the one for me. But is that all I've been playing? Yeah, and I think I downloaded. I went ahead and bought Sonic. What's the 2D one that came out on the Switch? Sonic. No, but I think you got it. Sonic
Me?
something. Who?
Sonic Mania.
Ma- yeah, Mania. I went ahead and bought that. I hadn't did much on that,
Okay.
but I went ahead and bought that. It was on sale for $10, so I went ahead and got that. But that's all I've been gaming on.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't wait to say more about Horizon. I'm like what 50 years late, but I can't wait to say give my impressions on it. So
Okay.
Nice.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Mario. I don't have my claps and hoorays for you this time, but it's one of my first times seeing your name. So welcome to the show. We thank you for tuning in the live chat. If you are
Welcome,
on and you're listening,
welcome.
let us know. We will shoot you out. I don't have my claps up, so you ain't gonna get that real thunder like you normally get. But let us know you in there. I see 4 people. They arriving. They showing up. But anyway, Mr. K Bum 20, what have
Yes,
you been
sir.
gaming on, bro?
Yeah. So I've been aiming on still trying to finish the Mass Effect, which I'm just gonna grin and bear it and work my way through that game. I'm just man, I'm gonna get through it. I'm getting through it. But I'm playing the Mass Effect. I'm playing that storyline. There's some. I don't know. I just think they just dropped the ball in this one. But I'm still playing that, trying to get through with it. In between spurts of playing Mass Effect, I'm playing more of the show, which is the baseball game. I'm really liking this year's version. I've been playing more of the trading card version of the game. I had a buddy that kind of showed me the ropes with that, and so I picked that up and played it a little bit more. Uh, then I've been playing a little bit of my multiplayers. Had a couple buddies hop on last night, and we not last night, sorry, a couple of nights ago, and we ended up playing 2K20 because absolutely pretty well not say absolutely pretty much no one on my friend list even plays NBA 21 anymore.
wow.
Either they're playing something else or they're playing 20. It's literally that bad. So
Wow.
we hopped on a couple times. We played it. My brother yelled at the TV screen for about an hour and he got off. Then what else have I played? So it's Mass Effect, the show, NBA 2K. Oh yeah, and FIFA. So me and the buddies, we still get on and play FIFA together. So that's pretty much what I've been gaming on for the past week.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the show, Alan Steed. We thank you for being here. Next week, I guarantee you, I will have my special effects going, so I can give you all the burn, all that stuff right there, man. But I can't do it right now. So welcome to the show. I'm seeing some names I haven't seen before. So welcome to the show. As far as me, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, you finally got back into it, huh?
Yeah, I got back on that, and I think we played Mario Kart. Me and the girls played some Mario Kart this
Nice.
week, and what else did I play? That's about it for me. I haven't got a lot of gaming in. Haven't gotten a chance to get it in like I wanted to over the last few weeks, or the last few podcasts. I haven't been gaming like I want, but yeah, Ratchet and Clank still a beautiful, enjoyable game. The storyline, man, is just dope. The animations and all that is just dope. I'm really
Really,
enjoying it. Yeah, it's really
really.
good. There's a good storyline. It keeps you engaged. Matter of fact, the kids will sit there and watch it as if they watching the cartoon. They don't act like they missing anything. So it's
Nice.
really good. It's really dope. And
That's
then
what's up.
of course the cart. But I got 2 5-year-olds who attention span is horrible. Even and even when you put it on accelerate, I still some kind of way gotta get them through the stage because they just don't be they just smiling but ain't looking at who stage is, the right screen or nothing. So but they want to play, so we play. So that's been about it for me. So with that being said, because I didn't want to take too long on that anyway, I'm ready to get into this subject. So we going straight to the tippy top. We ain't even beating around the bush. Y'all
Tippy
see it
top.
on the screen. Nintendo with the OLED screen, tardy to the party. That's how I feel about it. This is just a tardy to the party. So we gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna put it up here so y'all can see this glorious system that Nintendo and gave us. You know what I'm saying? This system we all asked for. This system we just begged for, right? We wanted to play Metroid Prime Dread on the OLED screen, and we didn't want anything else. We just wanted the OLED screen, and they gave us a LAN adapter straight on the dock, and it's Keith, how do you feel? How do you feel about this system? 7 inches of great old OLED screen that they put on. That's 7 inches, Bo. 7 inches, Keith. How you feel about it? Did you see her hair blow away when they zoomed out? Her hair just, oh my God, look at them. Look at that OLED. Look at it. It's just gorgeous. Go ahead, man.
Ooh, man, I don't know where to begin. Shoot, but I know where to end. I ain't buying, boy.
Dang, I need my last, man. I need my stuff.
All right, Nintendo, as Lemma already set it up for us, and it's no secret that Nintendo is releasing a new console, but it's the same.
I'll be right back.
It's a new console, huh? Oh, he said be right back. It's a new console, but it's really the same console. Yes, they are now using an OLED screen. You got the black on blacks. I do like the white and black docking station and those white Joy-Cons, but I just found out that those are the exact same Joy-Cons that was giving everybody problems.
Yes.
Joy-Con drift. They enhanced, like on the videos, they enhanced the audio, 7-inch screen, OLED. I mean, what more can the kickstand is better.
The kickstand is better.
The kickstand is better. Like, it's like, whoa, what were we thinking the first time? You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch and this is your first one, I still go get the OG because it's just cheaper. It's the same thing. I can't recommend this thing to anyone, honestly. I mean, okay, I can only speak for me, right? I don't. It's not for me. It's not for me. Just like the Switch Lite was not for me. I looked at it and said, I don't want to do just handheld. And then this one is not even an improvement. And it's just so weird because I was waiting to see all 3 of the Switches, the OG in the middle, the Switch Lite on the left, and the Switch Pro, but it's not even a Pro. It's just Switch with an updated screen and just bigger and same battery life, which is probably going to be worse because of the OLED screen. I don't know.
No, they said it's supposed to be the same. I saw a report saying they're supposed to be give you the same amount of time. I understand that's what the report says. I don't know how true it is, but it says it had the same amount of time as far as battery life.
We'll see. But no, but on the flip side of that, for somebody who has a Switch, who plays this Switch, this is a complete letdown. This is a complete utter, as Level said, it's a lazy. It's complete. It's trash, man. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. It's kind of trash because it's like we've been waiting on this machine, and you didn't give us anything new as far as the graphics. Because at the end of the day, we want to play these games at higher fidelity. We want to play these games at higher frame rates and things like that. And this does not offer that. You know, you're asking for $350 for this thing, and $50 more gonna get you a PS5 or Xbox or something. Like it's kind of a hard pill to swallow. And I'm just curious as to why who was in the R&D and who thought this was a good idea. It's just like Nintendo just does what they want, and this is like proof that they do what they want. Now, with all that said, this thing is gonna sell like hotcakes. This thing is going to sell absolutely. You got Nintendo fans who still buy those little bitty what's that black and white game? Mr. Game and Watch. Like, dude, this thing is going to sell.
Game and Watch. I don't get the Game and Watch, bro.
Love Nintendo hardware.
Nostalgia is a beast.
It's a beast, bro. And this thing, like I said, this thing is gonna sell like hotcakes. Nintendo has been the Switch has been selling off the shelf. This thing is gonna sell even more. So Nintendo, like, no matter what we say, as a fan, as somebody who owns a Switch, somebody who plays these games, and I can be disappointed with this as much as I want to. It doesn't matter because it's gonna line their pockets and they're gonna laugh at me all the way to the bank. But on a personal level, it's not for me. Period.
Okay, okay. K Bum 20. Let's get your thoughts
It's
before I go in on mine.
it's funny. So I don't know if you guys know the meme, but there's a meme of like this tall, dark dude getting into a car backwards, laughing, and it has like the suicide doors. I don't know if you know that meme. But that's what I think of when I think of Nintendo making these making consoles that people are going to buy anyway, like that Game and Watch. I'm like I just they just laugh all the way to the bank with it. But to point my attention to this system, this Nintendo Switch OLED parentheses OLED. Um, the when I saw it, the first thing I said it oh wow, that's a cool. They got an OLED screen. That's dope. I first immediately thought, oh, the Switch Pro is here, and I was excited. I'm like, oh, we've been waiting for this. We've been hearing the Nintendo elitists, the YouTube culture talk about this Nintendo Switch Pro for years, and it's finally here. And then I heard they just made the screen better. Um, the letdown. The letdown. So I said, okay, allow me to look at it differently. Let me not use expectation as a measuring stick of this new Switch system. Let me actually take a look at the system and see, is it good? Is it worth the money? Because I immediately thought it's just a screen. It's going to be the same price. I was wrong. Not the same price. It is $50 more. So I'm like, okay, what am I getting for my $50 more? And I'm getting a better screen. And I'm getting an Ethernet plug. So I really started to think. I try to take a step back and say to myself, was this the issue or the problem, or was this the answer to the complaints from uh, Nintendo gamers? Right? Were they saying, you know what, I don't care what you do, Nintendo, just give me a better screen, or I really don't care what you do, Nintendo, just give me an Ethernet cable that I can connect to. I don't care what you do, Nintendo, just give me a better kickstand. I don't think that was happening. I don't think they answered the issues or the complaints that their community had. I are we too loud? Am I too loud? It's probably me. Cornelius says his ears. I may be a little bit too
Was that
loud.
me? I probably too close.
It may be me. I know I may be too loud. I'll turn down. If it's me, Cornelius, let me know, and I'll turn down my assignment so I can stop busting your eardrums. Um, but yeah, I don't think they answered the question that the Nintendo gamers were the issues they were having with um, the Switch. I don't understand this system. But again, I'm the same person who did not end the Switch Lite. I understood. I guess I understood the audience it was for. Right, the audience it was for those that audience that truly wanted a portable system, didn't care about docking mode, kind of the uh, grabbing the 3DS audience. So I understood that. I understood that. I guess I understood it more than I understand the audience that this system is for. Right? It was kind of clear what the Switch Lite was for. I don't know the audience for this. I don't know who they're going after. Is it just new Switch, right? New Switch owners? Is that the only audience they're going after, or are they going like I don't know who was cramming, who was asking for just a better OLED screen when you have other issues like the drift, the Joy Cons, where you have frame rate on their games that can hit single digits, where you have some games who can't properly put a port on your system because of the power you have, and it comes out looking like sludge. Like, like isn't that important, right? To make sure you have a console that can handle the weight of the games that's coming to your system. And even as we get older in the Switch's life cycle, right? I don't know if we're getting the bang for our bucks. Because if you remember in the PS3 era, at the end of the PS3, we were getting amazing. He said it was a feedback on the intro point. Okay, cool. So I can get loud again. Cool. So um, I, you remember the PS3 era where at the end of its life cycle we were still getting beautiful games, right? We were getting amazing looking games. The end of the PS2 era, we got God of War, which rivaled the Xbox 360 games that came out, right? And the PS4, I remember us talking about the end of the PS4. We don't know why we're even going to a new system, right? These games still look good. We don't have that conversation about Switch games, right? We're usually talking about the subpar FPSs, where you have like Overwatch, where it's 60 frames per second on every other system except for the Switch. And so when you're playing multiplayer, which they now have crossplay, you are now at a disadvantage because you're running 30 FPS and everyone else is running 60 FPS, right? And you're at a disadvantage.
What did you just say?
FPS.
FPS. Where you get that
FPS. From? Mighty Keith. That's what Mighty Keith calls it. FPS. And so I don't know who this is for, except for just people who haven't purchased a Switch and they're just looking for. I don't know who they're targeting for this audience, and so that's it leaves me kind of confused. But I kind of agree with Keith. This thing is probably going to just print money, probably. If a Nintendo gamer will buy a gaming watch, they will buy this. That's at this point. That's how I feel. That's another argument I wanted to make, but I've already gone pretty long, so I'll hold it if we want to circle back around with it. So I'll back off of that and just
okay.
Get it back to level.
Cornelius. I just wanted to let me welcome him to the show. Welcome to the show. I kind of got my claps going. They don't sound as good as they will sound, but thank you for being here. Go ahead, Keith.
No, I just want to just have this on our mind as we continue this conversation. Who is this for? I'm not gonna try to make any claims right now, but just like be thinking about like who is this for? Like seriously, because every base is covered. Do you want the pure handheld? You got that already. You already gave me that.
Yes.
I can play it on the TV with no changes. I mean, what game is really going to take? Okay, I'm going in. I'm finna go in. What game is really going to take advantage of that LAN adapter now after all this time? Like, come on, man. After all this time,
I will put a LAN adapter to it because I know I try to play when I did play the online games. That thing I tried to play Fortnite and it was trash.
I'm talking about now, though.
But they are doing crossplay though. I will say that, Keith, that they are doing crossplay.
Okay.
And games are including Nintendo in the crossplay. So the landline is important for that. So that in all the improvements of this new Nintendo system, that is the only thing that I can point to and says, yes, gamers were complaining about that and you gave a fix for it.
Oh man, look at them 7 inches though, guys. Look at her hair, the way it blows her hair. Oh my God. Anyway. So let me give my thoughts. Okay, so you asked the question, Keith, who is this for? And Cornelius hit it right on the nail, and I think you answered your own question. It's for people who don't currently have a Switch, right? Right. So that's obvious. That's who it's for. But what about all of us who do currently own a Switch? Going back to what K-Bum said, who have for the last 4.5 years asked for and endured bad frame rates on games. And I'm finna pull up one here in a second. For an example, let's look at this. Let me close this one out right quick. Let's close. We'll come back to that. But let's look at this.
Oh, don't forget about the enhanced audio. We keep skipping over that.
Yeah. Let's look at this right here. And then this game right here. Calamity Ganon. What is this? Hyrule Warriors Calamity Ganon could utilize a OLED screen. No, that's not what it needs. I mean, don't get me wrong. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for your OLED screen. But you see how that grass is popping up and stuff. You seeing it just pop up on the screen, and the frame rates, it can't handle too many people on the same screen at the same time. I think that's what people was really complaining about. I know we would have liked it. You see me talking real. Have liked it a OLED screen. At the launch of the Switch, we was like, man, it'd be cool if they went on and did it, but y'all didn't do that then, right? Now here we are. You getting into games that really can utilize an upgrade under the hood, and you gave us glossier shine for these terrible frame rates and everything else that's going on. So my issue is this: to me is like I said, oblivious, lazy, empty-headed death. And I could have said detached. Nintendo is oblivious. They gotta be. They gotta be oblivious to what the fandom been asking for. They are sitting in the driver's seat right now. And let me say this real quick. We ain't into the console war stuff. And sign off in the comment section if you in there. I know it's more people here. What's up, brother Joe? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. And I'm trying to see if I missed anybody else. But sign off in the comment section. This is lazy. To me, Nintendo is in the driver's seat. Right now, Sony and Microsoft are trying to get their particular platforms off the ground. Sony is doing a pretty good job of it. Microsoft is too as well. But, with the chips and all that stuff out and having a hard time keeping up with the production and all that, Nintendo is in a very good place. It would have been a perfect time to address the issues that this game that we're looking at right now. And let me go in and slow down the frame rate a little bit. Look, I got it a little sped up. Let me go in here and slow it down so you can kind of see how bad this stuff is running. Let me slow it down.
But to your point, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't even say they're oblivious because they know what they're doing. And they're not oblivious. And they know what we want. And they're gonna buy it anyways. It doesn't matter. That's how I honestly feel. I feel like they just know that the Nintendo fan base is going to buy it anyways. They're the ones that's actually oblivious. No shots at the Nintendo fan base because I'm one of them. But we know that there's a group of people out there that will just pretty much buy anything they put out. Nintendo, that is, put anything they put out and won't actually say, "Hey, wait a minute, Nintendo. No, this is enough." So I've been playing this thing since 2017. And you're not going to sit here and tell me, no.
So,
it's not happening.
Right. This is my thing. Nintendo probably should have brought the OLED screen to the Switch when they brought the light out. This is just my opinion. They should have had the OLED and the light at the same time. If you want the OLED for the home console, you can get that now for your dock, and you want the dock and all that. It should have came out then. To me, there's no reason to have either you're going to have the OLED Switch or you're going to have the current Switch and you're going to save the OLED for the updated Switch with better tech under the hood. To me, this is a I don't even know. To me, this is a nonsensical move. Yes, it's going to sell. It's going to sell. I'm not going to, because there's still people that want to switch. So I'm not saying it's going to hurt them, but this could backfire. This could backfire. It could.
How you figure?
Because while the loudness of fans who are a little too eccentric in their fandom would make it seem like everybody's going to be on board with this, I would go out on a limb to say there are more people that's disappointed that would have kept the momentum going with the Switch that currently have a Switch then there's those look. So like us, like me and you, Keith, we're not going to buy this. Only way I'm going to buy this if I want if I give my daughter my other Switch, but I don't want this. This is not what I want. I want a better Switch, not just a glossier screen. I want a better Switch. I'm just being real. This is nothing. This is a nothing burger for the consumer. There are no games locked to this system. That's Canadian. Yes, yeah, true. But my thing is this, man. Nintendo gets away with this too much, man. That's my thing. Now I brought up, so I'm gonna go to the conversation I had online with several different ones. I got a poop storm started on Twitter today. So for a second, I had Player S's. When I saw Player S's commenting, I was like, wow, okay. Player S's is commenting too. I've been out the game for a while. I don't get Player S's them to comment on my stuff no more. I'm not the guy anymore on YouTube. But Player S's responded because I misquoted. Instead of putting the full resolution of the Vita, I put 960, was it 940p, 960p, and I didn't put the 540 part on there. My bad. I didn't even notice I didn't do that. But anyway, so that was dealing with the vertical and not the horizontal. But my thing is this: outside of the resolution of the Vita was doing more at the time it came out than the Switch is currently doing now.
Them fighting words.
Let me count the ways, shall we?
Uh-oh.
See, he told me to come with facts and not emotions. Let me just come with the facts. Let me get the emotions out the way. The Vita had a web browser. The Vita had Bluetooth for audio. Bluetooth for audio. The Vita
still not have that?
No. Vita, it got Bluetooth for the Joy-Cons, but not for the audio. You can't get Bluetooth earphones and hook it up to the Switch.
2010?
This came out in 2011 in Japan. See, 2011. So this is literally 10 years ago. The Vita had voice chat and text chat built in. You didn't have to have a special app to talk to your friends. Front and back touchpad. Cameras. Cloud saves out the box. Something the Switch didn't have initially.
Wow. I just realized the Switch doesn't have cameras.
No, I don't.
I just realized it. Not that I needed it, but it's weird that it doesn't.
Allowed their customers to bring in games that they had downloaded on the PSN over without having to repurchase them. Unlike the Switch, has Nintendo ever done that? As you buy the next DS, 3DS, all them same old nostalgia games that you buy from Nintendo, when they come with a whole new system, you got to buy all those games all over again, as if you didn't already purchase those games.
Bro, I can't believe we're still talking about that. That was the Wii to the Wii U. That was the only time I can remember you being able to play the games you already purchased moving forward and the saves, the digital games that you bought.
Right.
I cannot believe we're still talking about this.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it had an OLED screen that was top tech at that time. Was the resolution as good as this OLED screen? No, it was not. But it was heck of expensive. Sony sold that system at a loss back then for $249. The Switch, on the other hand, probably doesn't even cost $120 to make. Even with the OLED screen, it's still under. It's probably right at $200 or maybe a little over it. It's not. They don't have to charge you $350 for this device. The Switch could easily be sold at $250 right now. And they still would probably be making about $50 to $60 on it. The Switch Lite, Nintendo is making crazy loot right now. They did not have to sell the Switch OLED for $350. They could have dropped the price of the OG Switch to $249 and gave us this at $299, and then set up the Switch Pro with OLED for $350 or $400. That's, to me, that's thinking about your consumers. But when you know your consumers will buy whatever you put out, you can sell old tech at almost at the same price of a PlayStation discless system. I got a problem with that. When Microsoft is selling you an Xbox Series S, how much is that system?
Ain't $299?
$299. $299. It is. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's $299. Tell me what's the justification of Nintendo selling you this system at $350 when Microsoft is selling you what they're selling you for $299. Are you telling me an OLED screen is justification for this price? This is highway robbery. This is a ripoff. Point blank, period. I know folks get mad. I know folks get salty. I know folks say I'm in my feelings. No, I'm not in my feelings. A person called me a Sony pony. At least Player S was real enough to tell him, no, level ain't no Sony pony. I told him, no, you just mad because I
hanging around. You've been hanging
K-Bone too long. No, Levelhead ain't no Sony pony.
I'm rubbed off.
Levelhead just ain't in the council war. Don't look at everything through a council war prism. Look at the numbers dropping. Look at it. It was at 8. Look at him dropping. Look at him dropping off, Keith. Oh, yeah. I told you. I know who really here to hear some what we got to say and who ain't. This is a ripoff. This is a ripoff to every consumer that goes out and buy this platform. Nintendo is ripping them people off. Period. This is overpriced. It's late. It's you paying for. Not only is it late, and I know this don't really matter, but it's insulting. Now, is the size of the screen and the resolution matter because of the size of the screen? No. But just for the giggles and just to add it, it's only a 720p screen.
Yep.
My phone screen has higher resolution than that.
Yep.
But you're gonna sell.
Doesn't have Smash Bros.
You're gonna sell this system when you don't have to sell it at this price. You know this system is overpriced. Yes, you are the hot commodity. Yes, you are leading the pack. Yes, like Keith said, you are selling like droves. But people, this says a lot about us as consumers. That y'all gonna run out and y'all gonna buy this overpriced system, and it does look good. And for 2 seconds, I'll be straight up honest with you guys. For 2 seconds, I looked at that shiny good thing and thought about it. Well, maybe. And I quickly looked at it. I said, man, I ain't buying that shit. Y'all ain't getting me this. No, this is not worth $350. $299 would have been fair to replace the current Switch and say we replacing the current Switch with this better Switch, or better screen with the better screen, and then next year or whenever come with the Pro. Now the question is, now when is the Pro gonna come? Because now that you put this out, I feel sorry for anybody that buys this and then the Pro come out next year. If it comes out,
come out next year.
Yeah,
right.
so that was my question. If you're coming at $350 with this system,
yep.
Either because you're not gonna hit that 400 mark, like you're not gonna hit $399. Like you can't do that and expect to compete because you are hitting that $499. I'm sorry, $399 with
I'm reading
some
the comments.
other
Cornelius,
other big boys.
Hold on, Keith. Hold on, K-Bub. I like what Cornelius put up. He said, so we're going to talk about the state of play with Big Eyes. Like, we're going to get to it. I just had to get this off, Cornelius, man. I had to get this
Yeah,
off,
we
man.
got it. We
Go
got to
ahead.
get this off. Yeah, Level been itching to get this for a while, so let's give him his space and opportunity to go ahead and get that thing off.
Look at them terrible. Look at how that stuff choppy. Look how choppy that is. Anyway. Go ahead, K-Bum. Go ahead, man. I'm done.
No, that's all I was saying. I'm just wondering the price that it comes at because you're they've already played around with marketing the price of Nintendo system close to, the more graphical intense systems, right? Nintendo's like, this is not our game. We don't really play in that realm. So I don't really see them coming at. But where do you come at then with your Switch? If there is a such thing as a Switch Pro, I don't know.
And this
I think a Switch Pro is coming next year or the year after, but it's coming soon. I think we've seen this before from Nintendo. They'll put out something like a mid refresh or something, and next thing you know, the next thing that they want to come out is coming out, and the same people that bought the refresh is going to buy the new one too. So they know how to get their money.
But
They know.
that's the problem, though. That's what this Keith. What you just said is the angle I'm coming from. Everybody want to get salty with me because I didn't put the full resolution of the Vita screen. My bad. I didn't put it. I messed up. I missed that. Thank you for catching it. But I was told that the Vita and the Switch is not a fair comparison. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to push back on that, brother Essence. No salt. But let's push back on that thought. When the Vita came out, wasn't the marketing for the Vita was home console on the go? Didn't they pitch the Vita the exact same way the Switch is being pitched? Isn't the Vita the prototype, the beginning stages of what we're enjoying with the Switch? Console experiences in your hand. The only thing Nintendo did which was brilliant was what Sony messed up was people ain't willing to pay double dip if they got Uncharted on their PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3, they don't want to have to double dip to play Uncharted on the Vita, paying that price twice. Now I think they tried to remedy that in some way. I can't remember how they did it, but it didn't work. But Nintendo was smart enough to realize if we're gonna do that, we got to bring both our audiences together. We got to bring handheld and home console together, and the hybrid take was what made it work. It was the eureka. Nintendo with the hybrid, and we accepted it, and we enjoyed the lacking graphics because of what the other aspects that we got to enjoy, that we did get a console experience on the go. But when games like Witcher 3 and other games start showing up, now that Nintendo has made their money, now Nintendo is not in a hard spot because of the Wii U, now that Nintendo is thriving, why not do your fan base right? That's my only thing. Why keep milk? How many ways are you going to milk the Switch and that Tegra chip? How much more can you milk it? I mean, go look at Witcher 3 on the Switch. Just go look at it. People go look at it. Go look at it. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself that you want to play that game. Go look at Mortal Kombat on the Switch. Go look at this game we watching right here on the Switch. And all they had to do was wait. If they weren't like, I see somebody saying the chip and all that, and they having a hard time getting the chips and all that stuff. Okay, then wait. Wait. You wasted the OLED screen. You wasted it on old tech.
And the thing you have to understand, man, we've all said it. They don't really reap the repercussions of their actions. It's only
they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's just we bail them right back out. we bail them right back out, and they don't never get to really feel it like they should.
They felt it with the Wii U, right? They knew they messed up.
Hey, boy, you body.
You sound like a robot that's in and out of dimensions. What's going on with you?
I'll fix it.
All right.
Using that Nintendo voice chat.
No, what I'm saying is, and when he get back on, I throw it right back to him. They have like the Wii U was and the game and the what is that, the GameCube should be Nintendo's wake up call. The Wii, the success of the Wii, but every time they have success, they milk it. They milk it until they just milk it too long. I feel like, and I might be out here on my own, but I feel like Nintendo is playing with fire, and they might milk this current version of the Switch too long with these small incremental improvements. I feel like you should have saved the OLED screen. You should have saved it for the Pro. That would have been the right time to give you that with the better improved tech to go with that screen. But you don't do that. You just give us a better screen to look a little glossier to see just how bad these graphics look. I'm confused. It's deaf to me, man. It's deaf. It's empty-headed. It's lazy. But you're right. It's really not oblivious because they know what they're doing. But go ahead. If K-Bun back up, not Keith, go ahead.
I'm back. I don't know if I still sound robotic.
No, you sound good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. No, I don't forgot what point I was at, man. Keith, you can go ahead, go, man.
I mean, I don't really have any more. I mean, it's a little frustrating because we've been waiting on something, and it just seemed like they just gave us more of the same. Where is that music coming from? They just seem like they gave us more of the same, and like we've been saying, people are going to eat it up, and it's kind of saddening in a way, but it is what it is. It doesn't really affect me to the point where I'm not going to be able to enjoy my Switch because I am, with the games that I want to play, but it's just like, wow, Nintendo, wow.
I feel like this: if we would run Microsoft we ran Microsoft through the dirt because of Halo.
Correct.
we ran Sony through the dirt because of the failures of the Vita and the failures of we run them through the dirt when they make their mistakes.
No, Nintendo does too with the Wii U.
Yeah, we did, but no, I'm going somewhere with this. But like when on this podcast, when we try to be objective and honest and truthful, I know people gonna go out and buy this system. Some gonna go out to buy it because it bodes well for their viewers and their subscriptions and they following, so they gonna buy it for that reason. But if you gave them some truth serum, they would be honest and tell you, yeah, this is a ripoff. It's absolutely a ripoff. Now, Nintendo can get away with it because I don't know. I'm not gonna say they might get it. I don't know. $350 might be too much. It might be. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a ripoff. At the end of the day, it's a ripoff. That's the only reason I got a problem with it is the price. They know they overpricing this, and the fact that they can actually cheapen the actual current Switch to $249 if they wanted to, and they can probably make the Lite $150 if they wanted to and still make a profit. It's like, man, we do y'all a solid. We stick with y'all, and then as soon as y'all get back on y'all feet, there you go back to milking them like they for all they worth. Let's milk this because they love buying our stuff. I ain't bought nothing for the Switch in a long time, man. I want to.
I haven't either.
I'm scared.
No, I'm on.
Go ahead. What you buy?
Oh, that's Sunny game.
Oh, okay, no, that don't count. Well, it do count, but it don't. What I mean is, I ain't bought nothing first party. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is my last point. I'm scared that we might get Breath of the Wild on the current model. This probably where my salt coming from. When I saw Breath of the Wild 2,
right,
I just knew a Pro was around the corner. I just knew. I told y'all I believe that Nintendo is going to announce the Pro with Breath of the Wild 2.
Wild 2. Right.
At the top of the year. It just makes all the sense in the world. Perfect time to do it.
I said that.
Yeah, we that's what I said. I think you said it. It makes all the sense in the world. Fixes all the issues that we've been having for these last 4 years. It's at that time to where it's starting to as games get more and more pressing for the system. It just makes it's just the obvious thing to do. This tech was dated when they put it in the Switch. See what I'm saying? It was already dated, and you pushing it. You just pushing it for all it's worth. So I'm thinking, oh, they got Breath of the Wild coming out. Where's Bayonetta? Where's Metro Prime 4? Where are all these games at? So to see this makes me say, I know Nintendo. I ain't gonna say that there's a possibility they still won't come with the Pro, but knowing Nintendo, if they can, they have milked this until 2023. And I just don't know, man. I just don't know if they got the cushion for that. At that point, I just think you should get ahead of the curve. Like, right now is a perfect time it would have been a perfect time to address the issues of your current system, to fix it through a updated system. and that price would have been perfect. I would say even add another 50 so you can ensure that you fixing all this stuff and the OLED, and you still making about $100 on the system so every time you sell it. I would have gave them $400 for that. But $350 for an OLED screen on the same tech, that's just a ripoff, and I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm fearful for Breath of the Wild 2 at this point. I don't know how to feel. It kind of killed my excitement because I know that game is going to have issues because the original did. The original Breath of the Wild had issues.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Would we still say that what Nintendo is doing with this new OLED screen, pre PlayStation 4 Pro, pre Xbox One X, would we have the same thought process with this new Switch system? Because to me it's similar to, kind of, they've done little similar things with the 3DS, right? Where it wasn't mind-blowing differences. It wasn't right
then either. It wasn't right then. It wasn't right then either. It was wrong then. It's wrong now. That's what I'm trying to say. Just because I know I could take advantage of you, and maybe this is just me, I believe that Nintendo know that they can take advantage of their fan. That's my dog. I can't do nothing about him right now. I know Nintendo knows they can take advantage of their fan base in a way that I don't think no other fan base can really be taken advantage of like that. Like with this, like Sony would be ticked off. Fan base would be ticked off if Sony just gave them an OLED screen with all these issues that the Switch has, and none of that was addressed.
Let's remember, Sony fan base left them during the PS3 era. So, let's not forget that Sony fan base was 130 million consoles with the PS2. They did not show up with the PS3.
But that was because of the price and Sony's. But
they weren't loyal. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I got you. But
I understand the price. My thing is, if they were there, if they were loyal, right, then they would have stuck it through. What I'm saying is that I think even most of the things that Nintendo do, their fan base is going to stick with them.
Yeah, other than the Wii. Wii U was the final straw.
Wii U was the final straw.
But what I'm saying is,
they stick through.
Real quick, and I'm gonna throw it to you, Keith. What I'm saying is to what you said, K-Bump. But at least when Sony did what they did, Sony was got cocky, was so over ambitious that they system was $600, but that was a bad system. It was dope. It was so hard to produce for that it took Sony themselves to prove to you, hey, we wasn't joking when we said this system could do some stuff. It could do it. It just took a while for it to be realized because it was such advanced and hard tech. And they was being arrogant and cocky, but they had a reason to because they knew what they put in that system. That system still hits above its weight to this day. On the other hand, the Switch and Nintendo tends to use dated tech and sell it more for more than what it really is worth because they got the titles to get them over. They got Zelda, they got Mario, they got Metroid, they got Donkey Kong, they got Mario Kart, they got Smash to get them over with their lacking tech. It to me is a ripoff, man. It's a ripoff. What's up? It says that's me, KG. What's up? That's me, KG. Welcome to the show. I don't have my claps, but we kind of just ranting and giving our true sense on this OLED, this oblivious, lazy, empty-headed, deaf, detached thing that Nintendo is giving to its fan base. That I believe is tardy to the party. So leave your thoughts in the comment section, bro. Anything else on this before we move on? That's all I had. I ain't gonna say anything else. I could, but I don't. I'll say this to those that was on Twitter. My Vita comparison was right on the money. Y'all was playing semantics. The Vita was the Switch before the Switch. Let's call it for what it was. Only thing the Vita didn't have was a dock. It would have, and yeah, you couldn't connect your controllers to it. Stop, man. Stop. That was all semantics. The Vita was what the Switch is today to us today. That's what the Vita was trying to do then. Nintendo just did it a little bit smarter and a little bit smarter. I give them that. But what Sony was trying to do with the Vita and what they was giving their fans was actually they was losing money on the system. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo should do that. But Nintendo can make money on the system and still sell it at $299, and they can still make money on this system. There's no reason to sell the system at $350. That's, to me, showing that Nintendo is just as greedy as these other companies, and maybe even more so.
But Nintendo is just like the other companies. They're here to make money.
Yeah, but
people forget this. I understand that Nintendo likes to be loyal and everything, but they're still here to make money.
But I agree. But at some point, you got to be like, okay, this really ain't. We know we overpricing this thing. It looks good. It looked like it should cost $350 until you take it apart.
Like, I read that they're going to sell the docking station separately, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So I don't know. Me personally, this ain't for me. I wish it was. I probably would consider getting it if it was $299 and I could give my daughter my old Switch and take the Wii U out of the room because she really don't want it. But I'm not going to pay $350, not for this. And I'm scared Pro is around the corner at some point. I'm just gonna wait. And I don't know, man. I'm just gonna wait. It ain't for me. With that being said, let's talk about the state of play.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about this state of play, man. Let's go ahead and jump on that.
Oh man.
You got a video for that?
No, I'm just playing.
Huh?
You got a video for that to play?
I can get one. Go ahead. I get it.
You want me to set it up, whatever?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So today, before the podcast, before we got a chance to get on, our Mr. Informative Keith let us know that there was a upcoming state of play that Sony was dropping, and my initial statement to him was, "What they gonna show?" Because I
Hey,
know
I might not be able to
all the
get that state of play, K Bum. Go ahead. I might not be
that's
able
cool.
to
That's
pull it
cool.
up. I'm not sure.
That's cool. My thing was all the games that we're kind of waiting for, that were kind of the heavy hitters, are either unannounced, not unannounced, but we haven't really seen anything from. And I'm referring to the God of War that is supposed to be dropping this year, right? It wasn't that what they said? No, no,
I told
they did switch it up. They said Monica did say it's coming out next year,
I
but we
told you
haven't heard
that.
anything from that. Oh yeah, we knew.
Yeah.
Um, they were never dropping in 21. Never. But
Never.
but we thought, what are they going to show today? Right? What heavy hitters is this all of a sudden popped up state of play, and what they're going to hit us with? And that answer is little to nothing. Um, I literally I watched it with my wife. I said, you know what, babe, I want to watch this before the podcast. I know we're gonna talk about it, so let's go ahead and watch it. Watch it. So me and the wife, we sat there and watched it, and there were several times during the state of play, because I didn't catch it live, that I fast forwarded the video, because I'm like, that looks boring. I'll never play that. That looks stupid. Why are they even showing this? So it felt more like an indie state of play, because there some small market game. There was the VR game, I believe. Moss was the name of it. It was something with like a gerbil. It was a VR game. They showed that.
I'm
They
looking at it
showed
now.
they showed the what tribes of Midgar, which looked like a MOBA that wasn't a MOBA. It looked kind of like a Diablo type of game, which I've never played Diablo, and so it definitely wasn't up my alley. Then there was a Fortnite looking competitive shooter that could have been on the Vita, and I would have never known. And I said, well, I'll probably never play that. And then there was a game that did look interesting. It was
Fist.
the game. You say what?
Is it Fist?
Fifth. Oh, okay. No, Fifth was the side scroller. Fifth was the side scroller. I don't play side scroller, but it looked cool. I fast forwarded, but it looked cool for those who like that type of gameplay. So I'm like, that's cool. At least Sony is giving you different types of games that you can play if you're into it. But again, they all had that indie type look to it, a feel to it. And then there was the game where the open world, the battle royale game where you are a fighter instead of like a shooter with guns. You're a hand-to-hand combat, it's like a fighter game slash battle royale game,
Oh,
which
yeah, I'm
looked
looking.
that one looked very interesting. Right, I was interested in that one. And then they had my favorite game. My favorite game going into that video that I think is a sleeper hit, and I really want to play it, and that's that Sifu,
Who?
Sifu, Sifi, something like that. No, Sifu.
That
And
that
it's
last game you was talking about was called Monsters Arena, I think.
yes, Monster Arenas. Thank you very much. Monster Arena, which actually looked like it could be fun. I do have to say that. But Sifu, which is this hand to hand combat um, movie esque looking fighter, which to me looks very very cool. I am very interested in that game. I've actually followed them on Twitter because their game looks very interesting to me. The way that it works and the way that you fight and interact with environments and the people interact with each other, I think is a very cool looking game. And then there was the Lost Legacy game or Lost. It was a Japanese game made by Sega. It's called Lost Something, which it looked like a Yakuza game, but apparently it wasn't. Um, and then there was, I think, Deathloop was the last one. And I finally got the chance. I've heard of Deathloop. I saw a little bit of it, but they had an extended video, and I think Deathloop looks very like a very good game. I think that's going to be a I think that's going to sell some copies. I think it's a really different game. I do like the fact I'll come out and say it. I do like the fact that it's a black protagonist, and then I believe the female is also black. That's something you don't see too much in games, and I'll say it straight from the heart. Yeah, I think it's cool that they actually went that direction. I like the '70s type of feel that it has. So it's a different feel. 'Cause we don't really have too many games that have that '70s type of feel, and I was interested. I think Deathloop's going to be a good game. Out of all the games they show, I think that's probably the best one there. They could have had a 25-minute video of Deathloop and been a better state of play, but that's my opinion. It's pretty much what I have to say. I kind of covered all of them. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check all of them, but yeah, that's kind of my feeling on it. I didn't think it was a good state of play. The first 15 minutes could have not even been there. I think the fifth game was probably cool, but the arena game, the Sifu, and the Deathloop was definitely ones that stuck out to me. But that's from my gaming habit, and that's what I like. So that's what I have to say.
I think that Lost Judgment game, I think it's already out on PC. That's the one you said it looked like Yakuza.
Yeah,
Actually, it is in the Yakuza series. It is.
It is. That's why it looks so much like Yakuza. Okay, I was getting real Yakuza vibes from it, and I'm like, it really feels like it, but it wasn't, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a Yakuza game. The one game you didn't mention was Demon Slayer. I watched the anime.
I did miss Demon Slayer. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. That looked actually pretty good.
It did. You're right. It did look good.
I watched the anime and I'm trying to get to the movie now. Demon Slayer. I actually I kind of like the series. The gameplay might be something I wouldn't play. I don't like all those little. I don't know. There's something about those anime games that they just don't click with me. But I love the shows. But that's one I'll keep my interest on because it was real pretty. Like it was really detailed and sharp.
It was nice and detailed. It looked really good. I agree with you on that one, man.
And then I think what am I looking at right? Death Stranding. They got some DLC coming.
Oh, just stop it! Stop it!
Do y'all see it?
Stop it! Stop! Yeah, we see it. Keith, stop it! Stop it!
Death Stranding is a pretty game. It's a pretty game.
A beautiful game.
But Keith tried to defend that game when it first came out. Keith was the only one saying, I'm kind of interested in this game, man.
Keith was the only one. I know I ripped into that FedEx carrier.
What is this we looking at right now? What is
this game? The Tribe. That's Tribe. Tribe of Midgard is what that one is.
I didn't see it. I know I saw some of the comments. People wasn't really impressed by it. They thought they was gonna see more. But like I said, and this goes back to why I feel like Nintendo is missing grand opportunities. I'm not necessarily mad at the OLED. I just feel like it's not what they should be doing right now. It's, but anyway, we done with that. I think I don't have no problem with what Sony's showing right now. Ain't they supposed to have ain't they bring about the PlayStation experience? Ain't they supposed to be bringing it back?
The PlayStation experience. What you talking about?
That show they used to have back in the day, where they almost like they own press conference. Ain't it the PlayStation something?
I thought that's what this was.
No, that's State of Play. I'm talking about they used to have it overseas a lot. At the E3, they had this big old showcase. They even when they revealed the Pro, they had it. That's what they did. When they showed the Pro that year, PlayStation Pro. It's like some Sony experience, a PlayStation experience, or something like that. Okay. PlayStation something.
PlayStation Experience 2001 event for June, but June is already gone.
Well, did it already go? No, they said it's coming sometime this year. I don't know if they still have it. They said it's rumored that it might be coming back. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't aware of that.
But if they're gonna be doing their state of plays like Nintendo do the Nintendo Directs, not every Direct is filled up with the type of stuff that gonna blow you away. It's just
Agreed.
so
Agreed.
I can't.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna be disappointed with this what they showed here. But go ahead. My wife calling me. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Keith. Yeah, I know you were talking about Demon Slayer. What else kind of
Oh,
stood out for you in that state of play?
so Deathloop. I think when they first announced that Deathloop, before we even knew what console it was going to be on,
Right.
I was right there with you. Black protagonist, but the more and more I look at that game, the more or the less I'm interested in the game.
Really,
Like,
the less you're interested.
yeah, this does not look fun to me. Like, seriously, it does not look fun. The premise I thought was dope, but the more and more I look at it, I'm like, nah, this ain't the one for me. For me. I'll still check it out. I'm gonna keep my eye on it because of the black protagonist and a black female protagonist at
Right.
that. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Or a
unique.
black female leading character. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it, but just like I don't know because this is from Bethesda, right? Is
Is
this
it is
Bethesda?
it is it
Don't get
Bethesda?
me lying. I
I
don't
think it's
know.
Bethesda, and they got another game, Dishonored. I tried to get into it, I just couldn't get it.
Dishonored. Right.
I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
think I like their games, man. Just
A,
honestly.
a lot of people like Dishonored though. I know a lot of people did like
Yeah,
it.
it has a following, but I try to get into it, and then they also got a black female protagonist on the I think it's like a DLC or something like that. And I was gonna give that a try, but I just don't like their games, man. I really don't.
Okay.
I haven't, but anyways, like Deathloop looks cool. It's probably not for me, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Yeah, just the same reason people voted for Obama. Black on black on black on black.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I think the gameplay is good too, though. I actually like the gameplay. I like the 70 feel. That's kind of what my points about it. I did like the 70 feels of that game, but that's funny. Black on black on black on black.
But yeah, so I didn't get the chance. I got to go up there and watch it. So I'm not for sure all of what they showed. But I like I said, I wouldn't have been mad at it. No way. Sony, I'm not being as big of a follower of Sony's games like that. It wouldn't have hit me no way. No.
But none of these were really quintessential Sony games,
Yeah. So
right?
yeah.
They were, like I said, this state of play really felt like an indie state of play for me, right? A lot of these games were smaller budget type of games, like Sifu. Sifu was, I think, the studio that made that isn't. I don't. If I'm. I don't think I'm wrong, but I think the studio for that is like 10 people or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. And even one of the other videos that you're in like a ship. The guy talked about how it was only when they first started, only 3 people in the studio making the game. I forget this because we didn't actually say the name of that one, Keith. I don't know the name of that one, but you're in like a ship and you're doing exploratory type of stuff. Soon as he said the word, you're exploratory. You know how I felt about it, Keith. But they talked about how the studio was only 3 people when they first started to make this game. So that's why I said that this state of play really felt like an indie state of play, which sadly I probably should, but I don't play as many indie games as I really should. And so it didn't really appeal to me that much, this state of play. But there were some games I did think were on the lines of bad, and there were some games like, someone's going to enjoy that. I think people are going to like it.
Let
And
me
again, I
ask this.
do like that Sony gives you different types of games.
Let
You,
me
you
ask
have
you
your side
this.
scrollers and everything else.
Since you brought that up with the indies, y'all know Sony had made that statement about their focus is on basically AAA titles for the most part, right? So I was listening to Gamer Tag Radio and they kind of talked about that, and when you said it kind of triggered that thought. What do y'all feel about Sony's position with like how they want all their games to kind of be AAA experiences, and how do you feel like that? How would that affect their relationship and approach to indie titles? Because I think,
So
like you just
what was
said,
that? What was that statement again? I'm sorry, I think I missed it. You said they
that
wanted all the games to be.
Sony said they focus. I ain't gonna say all their game, but their primary
Uh,
focus is on AAA major experiences. We kind of talked about that,
right.
but how do you feel that will affect Sony's attention and relationship and prioritizing of also of indie titles as well? Now we know they got that one game coming out. Uh, it's a nice looking game. I plan on getting it. It's supposed to come out here not that long from now. Uh, I can't think of the name of it, but it's exclusive to the PlayStation 5 if I'm not mistaken. But how do you feel Sony's going to be if they're going to if that's their attitude, which I ain't saying I agree with it. Uh, how do you? And I throw this at Keith first, and that you come back to it, K-Bun. How do you feel, Keith? They will operate with indie developers if their focus is primarily for those AAA major productions.
Does that apply to them though?
I don't know. Sony really didn't give no real detail. And Cornelia's making me think of something too. But I asked because that might be why they trying to why they want to focus on AAA because they probably trying to justify that $70 price tag that they got on their titles now. But what like if they're serious about their main focus and objective is AAA experiences across all their development studios, and I don't know how this affects indie, but I know that there's rumored that there's been a lot of issues with Sony and indie developers and their relationship. Now I don't know how much truth that is, but just curious what your thoughts on how you feel they should, with that mindset, how should they approach indie developers if that's their idea for what they want to do with the PlayStation 5.
That kind of, that kind of sounds like the Nintendo seal of approval from back in the day.
Okay.
Where Nintendo basically is like, hey, if you put anything on our console, it has to be quality. We're not putting that trash because I guess it was what was that game, ET.
Oh
So
Lord.
I think it to me it sounds like Sony is saying it has to be a quality game. It doesn't have to be our first party exclusive quality, but it needs to be a quality game. And if that's the approach that they want to have, that's them, and they can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that.